All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for HunterxHunter, episode 46. Yeah, and stuff is happening. We have a team up in the works.
And just generally, like, apart from the team up, things are kind of bad for the gang right now. I mean, Uvogin's broken out, and, basically all those people are dead. And...
Well, the other thing is that that's the gang for this arc.
Right.
We know that they're not, most of them aren't important in the grand scheme of things.
Right, yes.
Melody, I feel like, is important.
And I hope that she doesn't die.
But she is probably also going to die.
The
one person I know who's going to make it out of this relatively okay is Kurapika.
Yes.
And kind of Hisoka,
Probably
maybe.
Hisoka, most likely.
But I don't think like a huge portion of the Phantom Troop, or at least above 20% of the Phantom Troop are not going to be okay. Like,
so it's the peep. That was a lot of negatives. So
sorry.
Less than 20% of the Phantom Troop is going to die.
I think that we're going to see a non-zero number of Phantom Troop members die.
Yeah, I could see...
Other than Uvogin. Like,
right. Because we could have Uvogin, the two people that are usually with the leader, and maybe the leader. That's the max.
Well, I could see that being the definite amount, potentially, and there maybe even being more.
Okay,
because I feel like this is going to be the chaos stuff that leads to a whole bunch of other plot lines.
Yeah, and
it's
going
kind
to be
of this
fantastic.
It's kind of like this moment at the auction house is kind of a thing that ripples worldwide, and then once it kind of hits Gon and Killwa's story, they'll find a way to bring them in, not necessarily within the same arc, because this arc kind of seems to be focused on Kurapika as him being the main character. I love it. It's a great kind of focus to basically have for when the story was kind of needing a little bit of direction.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. But since this is shaping up to be a doozy,
let's just get into it and see what happens. With that chains guy. Yep. Yeah, so we can skip it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mate, akiramenai sa. Oh, that's too fast. Just try again. Oh yeah. Must go away. 僕たちを待ってる。嘘に抜けて。Uma para de blah blah blah. Can try.
Every time I see Killwa doing some kind of fighting thing, I'm always wondering what kind of abilities he'll have since he's a transmuter, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
I love the music.
Yes.
I feel like this is the thing that we didn't know we needed and wanted when the show started, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so glad this is happening.
Everyone's dead, Kurapika, run. Or wait, no, that's Hisoka's phone.
No, it's Kurapika's.
Oh, it's Kurapika's phone, okay. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys are still alive, yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, they ran away.
Do you mind if I bring reinforcements?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's mostly supposition, because he wasn't around.
Right.
Yep. Yep. Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. Keep a nice healthy distance.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Nice.
Nothing to lose here, really.
And it doesn't jeopardize the other person. Why not just, like, exchange cell phone numbers?
No, that's not necessary.
And maybe not secure.
And also not secure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a good point. Right, so now you kind of have to contact the daughter in order to get in touch with Dad.
I worry for her safety now.
Yeah. Yeah. It was attacked.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yes. Right. Yes, we need you to contact your father.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Thank you. That's true.
Yeah. Or have one person decide and then...
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Cool.
And the funny thing is that Kurapika isn't the leader type either, but he's
no.
definitely the most capable.
Right. His motivations don't line up with theirs, though. And that's
Right.
kind of the thing of where, if it came down to it, would he sacrifice them to achieve his goals?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I'm wondering, too.
The music. Yep.
That's smart.
No, that's a very smart. It's proper protocol. Otherwise, it would be very impertinent for him to call through his daughter's phone.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, so are they. Yeah.
But,
Yep.
that's, yeah.
Yep. Context.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Yep. Good priority. Yep.
Yep. The Phantom Troop is something unexpected. You already can't really protect her. Okay.
Oh.
But... Okay.
Right. I think he wants to keep Neon on his side because of her powerful Nen ability.
Sure.
And so that she'll keep using it to aid him.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it could also be something where, since she's so stubborn, that it could cause trouble if she wasn't going along willingly.
Yep.
Because right now the Phantom Troop have no reason to suspect that she exists or go after her or anything.
Yep.
She's beneath their notice right now.
Yep. But Kurapika's presence near here does put a target on her back.
Yes.
Which is not good.
Right.
What the heck? He just tore open the fridge. Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's logging into the Hunter website. Oh, shoot. Too late.
No, that's okay.
It's screwed.
All right. Well, that's okay.
Well, this is gonna make things a lot faster.
Yeah.
Ah, crap. Oh my gosh.
I love how tiny those are in his hand.
But what a bro, though.
Yeah.
He's just, I brought more beer.
He probably just squeezes those into his mouth. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Of course he does.
Two.
Okay, good. Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can't stop thinking of Broskandar now whenever he talks.
Same. Oh. Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get careless. I like that they genuinely care about each other.
Right.
There is this sense of camaraderie.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
that
crap.
is a problem.
This is not good.
No. Which means he'll be coming.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good move.
We need to move her now.
Yeah.
Even if it's just getting her to a different room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Good call.
Exactly.
Right. Because then they'll think that,
Yep.
you know, they've moved.
I'm going to meet him.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Because he won't have the element of surprise this time.
No, but he actually could have the element of surprise. He could make this into a trap room.
Possibly.
Yeah. Oh, crap.
Ugh.
Jeez.
Wow. And
Yeah. Whoa. So it's confirmed. Yep.
yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a cool little
Yeah,
connection they can make.
Duh.
Because they don't know how hers are kind of vague.
Mm-hmm. From their arm wrestling.
Wow.
We only need to multiply that by 20. Which is funny, because the auction isn't even happening anymore.
Of course you wouldn't, gone. Yep. Makes sense.
As long as they keep putting their money on the table. So that they could keep doing it.
For a fight. Wait. I'm confused.
Okay, I like it. Lurio is not doing this short term. He's playing the long game. Isn't that the same they did last time?
Yeah. Someone's gonna say, though. Yeah, don't bother.
500.
Oh my gosh! Cool. The Mafia. They're like, no, you have to stop this. Yep.
They're gonna hire Gon to be a fighter.
Right. And Lou's like, oh
That's
no,
exactly
I had
what
no
we
idea.
need. Yeah.
Genius, okay.
All according to Kakaku.
And then the mob gets their cut.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is how they'll get brought back into against the Phantom Troop.
Unless one of the people's arms they broke was one of the mafias, and they're actually leading them into a trap to
That's
kill
possible.
them.
But they'll be fine if that is the case.
Yeah, that's true. But it'd be a cool way also to show what Nen abilities they've learned thus far. Nope. It's an actual like underground kind of.
The only rule about Fight Club?
Yep, Fight Club of sorts.
Yeah.
But it's just arm wrestling. Wow.
I'd expect something different.
Whoa.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Ah.
Ooh.
That's true.
Okay.
I love how it's always this little kid that comes up and everyone's like, sure, yeah, whatever. Oh crap. What? Uh-oh. What?
Oh. Oh, that's devious.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. These are members of the Phantom Troop and they're having them be utilized to find them.
Yep. That is genius.
Oh, crap. Oh, capture.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, well, there we go. That's the reason for Gone and all them to,
It was like, wait, was that billion with a B?
Yep. That's not hide and seek. This is bounty hunting.
Yeah.
But Killua recognizes at least one of them. Or maybe seeing a group, of them all
Cost
together.
$5 million to participate. That's
genius. It's a way for them to get some money on some suckers.
Right, exactly.
Oh my
And potentially
gosh.
profit if any of them actually can defeat the Phantom Troop.
Right. No rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly,
yeah.
right.
Exactly. Thank
Right.
you. Thank you, Killua.
Or at least can't find them.
But they said capture.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Well, right, 2 billion.
Well, so he doesn't know that they're the Phantom Troop. Oh, we do. We
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the spiders.
Yeah.
Oh, that music transition.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
That's a good question. Wow, if
Here
they're
we go.
able to help Kurapika against Uvogin. But Kurapika might not answer.
Right. Because you'll see it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah,
Not
he's
answering.
not answering. Wow.
Yep. Right.
Yep, that's true.
Mm-hmm. I love how positive Leorio is about Kurapika's skills. Yep. He's like, nah, that guy's got it. He's got it in the bag.
In that case, we need to find Kurapika, because that's another 6 billion Jenny we could get.
Right. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is...
Oh, man.
This is going to be epic.
This is... Wow.
Ew. Wow. Classic. Oh!
Yeah!
Oh,
yeah!
oh my gosh!
Oh! Oh yeah, he's not messing around. And the way he said that with a straight face, just... Oh, yeah!
My gosh.
Ah!
Whoa! What a
So-
cliffhanger! Oh
So-
my gosh!
That next
Oh,
episode is
wow.
going to be,
Hype! It's going to be so hype.
It is indeed.
They definitely, I feel like we're getting to understand how Hunter progresses its story and how it works. Not saying that it's becoming simple or anything or becoming predictable. No, just that this was about the time that they needed to find a way to weave in Gon and Killua and Leorio into the story, and they did it perfectly.
Right.
It was genius.
And the fact that they made sure to spend the time on focusing of they don't actually know what's going on.
Right.
Like that difference in information from character to character.
Yep.
A lot of stories don't really do that because it does take time. But the fact
they
that
skip over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they do it in a way to where it's kind of, I'd say, ham-fisted kind of into their information banks as a character. Just like, hey, just shove this into there. And then, okay, now you're ready to go and you're on page.
Exactly.
You're on the same page as everyone else.
I love that Leorio had a plan beyond just... gone arm wrestling the people that one night, because that isn't something that would work like over time, and it wasn't enough money to really do anything. But he was saying no. This'll
get us a big
the rumors, fight. And then we'll step up from there.
Right, and I like that in classic HunterxHunter style, their little plan was completely just ruined by the whole actions of the Phantom Troop attacking the auction and having the Mafia respond in such a way to recruit as many people as possible to potentially hunt down the Phantom Troop targets, which I love the idea of the Mafia being like, all right, open bounty, blacklist, kill all these people, bring us some proof that you captured or killed them,
but you have to basically pay to play.
Yeah, like I love that because it's
taking money from dead men. Like,
yes, exactly. It's so evil.
Leorio, I'm surprised. Like, he's probably going to be like, wow, that is actually very efficient. Like, soulless and,
true,
bankrupt of morality, maybe.
Right, but to another aspect, 2 million was, I think, the entry.
5 million was the entry. 2 billion is what you get for each capture.
But I think as far as an entry level, from what we've seen in this world, these kinds of people throwing 2 million down to enter into a long gamble for potentially 40 times that much or 400 times
5 million for 2 billion, so
400 times that much. Yeah, that's a worthy investment. I would say even if you don't, you can't succeed. It's kind of the idea of there could be some of the people that are dumb and they're going to die. But then the other people, they're going to watch the other ones go for it and fail and be like, this is not for me. I lost 2 million. Too bad. I'm out.
Sure.
Kind of the idea that...
Right. The idea that if you have chances of getting that kind of return on investment, if you can get some kind of odds where it's like, say, 1 in 40 for a chance at 400 times, then, go for it.
Go for it.
Why not?
Why not? I think that also these are the types of people that wouldn't worry too much about physical harm or something like that when it comes to an investment like this. So they're already in the underground mafia kind of area and stuff, and probably a lot of them are used to doing this type of thing.
Right.
But maybe only a small percentage of them are actually NEN users.
Well, and here's the other thing. So I believe it was Dead or Alive for the capture.
Exactly.
Which means that they could theoretically watch someone else kill them, then just drag the body back. Because if people don't know about it, then no worries.
No worries, exactly. We see Kurapika, just absolutely destroy Uvogin, and then these two people, scuffle out of nowhere and grab his body, he's heavy, and shove it into a truck and just drive away. That would be so funny.
And then Leorio sees them and he's like, after them,
get them. That's at least 2 billion Jenny. But there might even be 2 bodies in there. It's so big. But that's the other thing that's a good point, is it showed exactly which Phantom Troop members were involved in the attack, kind of reminding us as to which ones went and which ones did not.
One of the things I'm a bit curious about, though, is how they got their pictures. I mean, I suppose they could have gotten them
security cameras in the auction. Oh, no, they made a point of saying there were no security cameras.
Right. So maybe it was when they followed them to the area where Uvogin just went ham.
Yeah.
Like maybe they had, some... those big cameras with, the long lenses.
They're the cars. The cars could have had dash cams, for all we know.
Sure,
Another thing
possibly.
that could have happened is there's a lot of databases out there that probably have facial recognition, and all they did was they got a rough camera shot of all of them, and then ran them through some kind of database that they have.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, these are the people that came up.
Right. It could also be that they basically had cameras outside the building, and they basically said, okay, these people came in, and hey, those people also came out. No one else really came out.
True.
So
another thing that I don't know if they've specified yet is whether or not the Mafia knew that it was the Phantom Troop making the attack. But let's say...
I don't think so, no.
Right, but let's say that the top brass keep an eye on groups, like small groups, like the Phantom Troop, and they're like, oh, that matches the Phantom Troop. Let me correspond that with our data. Yep. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those people all were involved in the attack.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ways they could have done it. I love that they brought back up, just in case we missed it, because I think we did, the fact that the daughter was the one that actually predicted the attack in the first place.
Yep.
Because those two bits of information were so far apart. Like, we almost thought it was just like a precautionary thing of, we get the feeling someone's probably going to try to, cause some trouble at the auction, we're hiring you guys.
Well, no, I knew that they knew someone was going to attack. But there was a recent prediction that she did. A recent... do you remember the one where they actually showed her using her ability? Yeah. There's stuff in there that I think we've forgotten about. It might be good for us to go back and go and watch and see that.
Because a lot of it was very particular stuff.
Right.
Like very fortune-telling-esque.
But the Dio kind of handler guy gave some level of interpretation back to Light Nostrai as being kind of
okay, this is probably what it means, so we should keep an eye out for A, B, and C. Yeah.
But I wonder if some of that might give us a little bit of a hint of what's going to happen with the Phantom Troop in particular.
Possibly. But the elephant in the room, is that this fight is happening.
It's happening, and it's going to be one-on-one.
It is.
And now, I'm not 100% sure that it's going to be one-on-one.
But it certainly seems like
it's going to be.
And I'm glad about that, because I want Kurapika to have this fight be one-on-one, but at the same time, is Kurapika going to be able... Like, okay, Kurapika's not going to die. But, like...
He could get really hurt.
But, like, how is this going to go down? Because... Like, the whole point of Hunter fights is that it's based on, like, countering people and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And in that sense, Uvogin is going into this thing blind. He knows that Kurapika has chains that can actually restrict him and stuff, but that's it. He doesn't really know anything else.
But they're not even necessarily able to restrict him, because when he was in the car, he was drugged, and that was the thing keeping him from moving.
That's true.
So we don't know exactly what his chains do yet. We know that they are specifically there to take out members of the Phantom Troop.
Yes.
And the way Kurapika described his killing Uvogin leads me to believe that he has supreme confidence in not only his ability working, but in his ability being something that would make this Hulk of a man just absolutely weep for mercy, beg for mercy.
And how, like, if they actually have Kurapika break Uvogin and have Uvogin be screaming and stuff, that would be... That'd be pretty heavy.
That would be.
And that's the best way of putting it.
That is the best way of putting it.
That is the best way of putting it.
Here's a crazy thought. What if Hisoka is kind of watching Kurapika, and he kind of observes this fight and potentially gets involved? I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think so. I like the way they set up this whole alliance that they've made as basically being, one, tenuous, and two, not really much of an alliance, more of just a partnership of, hey, we'll throw each other bones and, see how things go and stuff.
Right, but I guess the other thing is that when things do get interesting and the Phantom Troop is all there and they're there together... they're not going to fight each other.
No, right. And in fact, they might work together at that point, right? If their interests are aligned in a specific instance and they realize, hey, the cards are out on the table, after this point, they know that we're working together or whatever, we might as well, go all the way here.
Here's another thing I feel like is a potential... where things could have gone better for our protagonists, but they're not actually going to, is the idea that Uvogin has the information of Neon's abilities, but also is extrapolating from that there was no traitor in the midst of the Phantom Troop, but he has not necessarily passed on that information back to the leader, Krollo.
Oh.
So if he dies... Okay.
Yeah.
what are the Phantom Troop going to believe?
Sure.
The idea that some random Nen user with chains actually killed him, or they may be going to think, wait a minute,
did someone else orchestrate this
from the Phantom Troop help orchestrate
possibly,
this and kill him?
But the leader and what was his name?
Krollo.
Yeah, Krollo. He already said like there's no traitor. We're not motivated by money and things like that.
Yeah, he seems to be very trusting of the group in a way that I kind of like.
And because it almost seems like he's not as so much trusting the group as he is trusting himself, his own ability to lead and like.
I agree that there's part of that, but don't you think that he's saying that I understand all of you?
Sure.
Is basically him saying. Right. I already know all of you. Yeah. None of you are traitors.
Hence why, like, even though he probably knows that he can't trust Ahsoka, hence why he always keeps the two people near him. Things like that.
But I think he did that before Ahsoka was there. If anything, those people are probably some of the oldest Phantom Troop members and have been around with him the longest or something.
Yeah.
Like, here's a thought: the idea that Krollo has his own kind of loyalty kind of meter in his head for each person.
Okay.
And he keeps those people around more than he keeps the lower ones. But he also has a rule of policy and that he doesn't break that no matter what their loyalty meters are.
Right. The idea
he would never have one bodyguard.
Exactly.
He would have two so that know.
Right. Even if he trusts them, he's not going to not have precautions.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Which is good. That's smart. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which will make it all the more satisfying when he ends up going down. Hopefully with Kurapika and Ahsoka both.
That'd be so bad.
That would be amazing.
Oh man! But if Uvogin is alone, the girl Neon and Squala and Basho and Melody and all them
should be safe.
They should be fine.
Yeah. They should be.
I don't think the rest of the Phantom Troop are going to make a move because it's not really a part of their plan. This is more of a personal vendetta against Kurapika because of what happened to Uvogin.
Exactly. Hence why they're not going with him, even though that probably would be a good idea since Uvogin was captured by them before, and even though there was the paralysis and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do
you think that actually maybe the kid, the guy who's kind of the nice Phantom Troop member who was the hunter, the hunter, what if he kind of had this look of like, I told him not to be reckless. We should go after him, and we should at least keep an eye on him.
What
if they had a Phantom Troop member basically tailing him, making sure that he's okay? That
would be very unfortunate for Kurapika.
But that would make it so much more tense and interesting.
Yes, it would, but here's the reason why I don't think they'd do that. Because Uvogin is very proud, and because of just his nature, he would probably not take kindly to that if he found out that they were doing that.
We haven't seen him being vindictive against the Phantom Troop members for really anything.
But
even though, he was poisoned and stuff, he wasn't like, I'm going to kill you if you don't get me my beer in time.
No,
it was more like, quick, someone get me the stuff. This sucks. And the Frankenstein monster guy was like, okay, he went to go grab beer and stuff. And I don't sense any kind of animosity betwixt the members of the group, except when they had that little chiding remark between
about the leader.
Yeah, Nobunaga and emo Van Helsing kind of kid, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I
had to describe him in the best way I could.
I absolutely know.
But anyhow, no, I think that generally the members of the Phantom Troop are professional friends.
Exactly. They have like a respect for each other because they know, they're a badass. They know what they're doing. Yeah. So if Uvogin wants to go kill this chains person,
we let him go kill the chains.
Let him go kill the chains person. We don't have to babysit him.
Nope.
We say like, hey, just be careful. Right. But that's it. Like,
yes, but the idea that this guy gave him the look of, Uvogin, don't be reckless. Kind of the thing of, you're being reckless already, but I'm going to remind you anyway just in case.
Right.
It gives me the vibe of someone that character and the Phantom Troop in particular might be a helicopter mom in some ways.
Possibly.
Basically, in that he would think too much about his other peers, even though someone like the other members with him wouldn't really
what
care
I'm
that
curious
much.
about, okay, so if people become members of the Phantom Troop by killing a previous member, right? Then is there generally animosity when someone dies, when someone's killed, or do they see that as just a natural order of the way things work? And then it's like, oh, well,
I'm sure there's some hazing.
A new friend, oh yeah, sure.
No, I'm sure there's some hazing. I think there would be a little bit of I liked him or I liked her.
Yeah. What are you gonna fill their shoes?
Yeah, you have some big shoes to fill.
Right.
Until,
in the case of Uvogin, literally big shoes.
Until I'm done with the grieving process, I don't like you. It's like let's just agree to not be around each other that much.
Fair enough.
I could see that being a real thing. Like, let's say, what's the girl who sewed Hisoka's arms back on? It's like Machi or something like that. What if she died and Hisoka was quite a fan of hers?
Yeah.
And he wanted to learn more and more about her nen techniques, and the person that came in was someone like Uvogin. And he's like, you killed her. I don't really like you.
You're a simpleton.
I can't deal with you right now, so I'm just going to not be around you. And Uvogin's like, I don't care, you know?
Okay, so here's what I'm wondering. All right.
What's that?
If Kurapika wants to take down the Phantom Troop,
right?
Kurapika would not actually join the Phantom Troop.
No.
But would he pretend to join the Phantom Troop
like Hisoka has?
Sure. As a way to basically
Potentially.
get in closer and get some of them when their guard's down.
I could see that happening. I love the idea of Kurapika infiltrating with them, but I don't think he could. I don't think he
keep
could
a straight face about
pull
it.
it off. No. I think he could totally keep a straight face about it because they're not going to directly bring up the Kurta clan for any reason.
Right.
But I feel like Kurapika would do more of the I'm going to take you all out like this, one at a time.
Right. Like waiting for you.
Dismantle them.
Sure, because he's not...
Member by member.
Right, exactly. He's not a trickster.
Right. If anything, the spider has a body, a head, and legs. He's going to prick the legs one by time.
Yeah.
One at a time.
Yep.
And Hisoka's method is a little bit more direct. He's just like,
I'm going to
cut the head off.
one of the legs and then eventually cut the head off.
Well, just cut the head off.
Right, and cut the head.
Well, I don't... Who knows? I think he just wants to fight him. I don't even think he cares whether or not he can kill him.
Probably.
I think he understands that Kurapika actually wants to kill them, whereas Hisoka just wants to fight him.
And beat them. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it probably involves killing them, but he wants to break them. He wants to...
yes, but everything Hisoka has said thus far has nothing to do with killing him, is that he wants to fight someone that strong, because that turns him on.
Sure.
He has not said killing someone would turn me on. It's the fight. It's the conflict.
Yes, he probably wouldn't care as much about, like, if he could manage to, like, kill them in the dark without them ever knowing he was there. Right. He probably wouldn't get as excited about that, because it's like, well, then I don't actually get to test them against their abilities.
Right.
Now... Okay, I just had this thought of basically Hisoka ends up killing
Chrollo,
yeah. And then they're like, well, I guess you're the leader of the Phantom Troop now. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
And he's just
like, I disband the Phantom Troop.
Yeah.
Bye. And
they're
like,
he can't do that, can he? Like, well, who's the leader now? Like, what do we do?
I wonder also how old Chrollo is, because I get the vibe that he has not been the Phantom Troop leader for a very long time. No, I think he's been, it for more than 5 years.
Oh yeah. But
very long is relative. Jacob.
Exactly.
We don't know how old he is. We don't know.
He's probably not some ancient being.
Yes,
or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But those are questions that we'll find out. And I feel like also the Phantom Troop as a group, they've done a good job of making all of them seem somewhat likable, Yeah. I'll give them a little bits of some kind of redeeming quality.
Yeah, even though they'll have their moments of like being terrifying, like Uvogin or Emo Van Helsing.
I don't even know if Van Helsing is a great... Yeah, well, whatever.
Probably not.
But
I just love the fact that you said that. That was what first came to mind. They still seem to have their not redeeming qualities, but just the villainous virtues.
That's redeeming qualities.
Or sure,
villainous virtues.
Yeah, they're not enough to actually redeem them, but they.
No. That we don't have anything against them either. Most of the Phantom Troop hasn't done anything. No, really, like. The Phantom Troop members that went, there were only a few of them that were actually involved. And remember, the Emo Van Helsing guy was bickering about, I didn't even get to do anything.
Sure, but just because they didn't actually get to do anything doesn't mean they were going along with it and helping it happen.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, all the Phantom Troop members that stayed with Crollo...
Exactly. I mean, the point is that they have not set them up to be the evil kill kittens villain types, and that is awesome.
That is great, right?
Yeah, that is
so when
fantastic.
They have little moments like this pro hunter kid,
exactly,
he's genuinely caring about the others. He's a pro hunter as well. For the very least, he doesn't seem to have a malevolence about him, whereas someone like Uvogin might actually have a little bit about that when it comes to people that affront his pride or his ego in some way.
Yeah,
and I like that. When we get to see these characters get that little bit of focus. But I'm noticing that they're only giving the depth focus to ones that seem to be headed towards fights.
That's true.
So my thought is that implies character deaths.
Yeah. Whether it's just on the ones that are getting a lot of depth focus or whether it's for all of them.
Sure, that's a good point. My thought is that with the way things are going, we've built up the Phantom Troop to be this incredible group in our minds, but we might want to tone it back just a little bit in that they are Nen users that we're being introduced to,
and they can be countered and beaten just like
anyone else.
Yes.
And I feel like Kurapika's about to prove why and how.
Right. Like, because that's the other thing. It's not just the fact that that Uvogin is going after Kurapika that's reckless. It's the idea that Kurapika bested him at one point, even if there were advantages involved.
Oh, tons of advantages.
But he's going for second helpings, right?
In a fair fight.
In a fair fight. But the problem is that if it's a situation where someone is actually picking a fight with you, especially in this world, and especially if they've seen you fight, then
they have a decent advantage against you.
Exactly, and the natural assumption should be that they at least believe they can beat you.
Right.
And if they have more information about you than you do about them, you should be worried because that
you should be cautious, definitely.
Yeah, because that means unless they're stupid, they're probably right. Or unless you have something that you're holding back that you haven't shown them.
And Uvogin is reckless, but he's not stupid. There's been a couple moments where we've seen, he's not the dumb barbarian. He actually uses some good, intelligent, tactical moves.
Yeah.
And he also thinks very critically sometimes and comes up with clever solutions to problems.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that I was not saying that Uvogin was unintelligent, but that if Uvogin is attributing intelligence to his enemy, then he should be worried, or at the very least cautious.
He should be cautious, and I feel like that's where we'll have a real fight.
Right.
It's the idea that Kurapika is going to pull some moves.
Oh yeah,
him.
yes,
but Uvogin is not going to be overtly reckless, I would just say.
Sure. So for this fight, do you think Uvogin is going to be hard countered, and it's going to be like how? Okay, so because we both think
how easily do you think Kurapika is going to win is basically the question.
Yeah.
It's not whether or not Kurapika is going to win, or whether or not. Because I don't really care whether or not Uvogin lives or dies.
Right.
It's the idea that Kurapika will win this fight.
Yeah.
The question is how easily will he win this fight?
Right.
I think here's my thought. I think that it will be a very easy fight for Kurapika, but it will not be a short fight. I think it will be a wearing down an elephant, basically.
All right, I can see that. Yeah, where basically Kurapika's like, okay, I've taken the proper precautions, right? This isn't something that I'm worried about the outcome of, but I still need to go through all the steps for it, and there are a lot of them.
Right, and I feel like that's where the fight will be very interesting, and that we'll get to see some very creative usage of those chains.
Right, because we still... this is one of the things that I absolutely love. We still haven't really seen how Kurapika uses the chains. We saw that one little binding thing, but other than that, that's about it. And so considering the fact that we don't know what the protagonist of this battle can do, that means it'll probably work what they do, and it will probably be awesome.
Well, it will definitely have both those things. I just feel like it's going to be an easy deal for him to begin winning, but it's the idea of whether or not he will
slip up at any point
and draw out the fight even more than it already was being drawn out. Because my thought is that Uvogin will be cautious, but he will get hard countered. And it's going to draw the fight out the fact that he is being cautious. But even him being hard countered, because he's a freaking insanely strong enhancer tank, it will be a very, very long fight. And I also feel like Kurapika's motivations of revenge and vengeance and just desire to punish rather than to bring justice might lead him to actually torturing Uvogin a little bit, because he did say, I'm going to have you screaming at the top of your lungs.
Well, and here's the thing I'm wondering. So it might actually be a situation where it's better for Kurapika to end it quickly, because that's what he did before with Uvogin, and it worked, right? He was able to get the jump and boom. And the fight
wasn't even a fight.
Yeah, that wasn't even a fight. But if you think about it from a storytelling perspective, they haven't... I would say this is the first real throwdown between Nen users, real throwdown. Because if you think of Gon's fight with Ahsoka, he didn't have any techniques at that point. I don't think he still does.
That was a decent throwdown though. I don't want to say this is the first one.
That was definitely a very good throwdown as a fight. It was fantastic. But as far as introducing the idea of countering and hard countering, they've been sprinkling it throughout. Right. And I think this might be the one where they drive it home with a hammer hard
I'm
stroke.
with you on that, but we have had decent Nen fights before this.
Oh, yes, absolutely. But when it got into the techniques, specific Nen techniques.
I feel like you're right. This one will be our new favorite Nen fight. But I don't want to take away from how good the Hisoka
Gon absolutely not. Narratively that had so much building up to it, and it's just...
And also it had some of the best animation in the beginning where they took out all the sound.
Yep.
That fight might be hard to beat in HunterxHunter for a long time, even though this one's going to be an awesome fight too.
Yeah, I think this one's at least going to beat it for me, because I think after this fight, that's when we're really going to be like, oh yeah, that's how the fights go. Because Uvogin is terrifying. He's been built up so much to be this just unstoppable opponent that when Kurapika hard counters him, assuming he does, it is going to feel so satisfying and oh my gosh, Kurapika, you magnificent
bastard.
Oh
yeah, it's going to be good. So now that we've got Gon and Killua and Leorio involved in this, are they going to bump into Phantom Troop members and have their own fights too?
That is a definite possibility. I think so. When it happens and how many of them they bump into and all that stuff, who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's the whole reason they introduced the whole, mafia. This is the targets and all that stuff. So they'll at least be looking for them now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you in the next episode then, guys. If you want to see, though, the next 2 episodes right now, if you're not yet on early access, get on that. It's in the link in the description below. And it also gives you access to our Discord. And you can chat with us about storytelling or what have you, or why Kurapika is just so badass and stuff. And we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.